I'm gonna tell you how I made my client an extra $250,000 by investing $75,000. And that $75,000 was loaned from me. And how did they know what work to do that would make them the most amount of money? They didn't have to. They gave me the keys, walked away, and I brought my contractor and oversaw the whole thing. I'm Holly McKhann, local realtor based in San Clemente, California. Make sure you subscribe for more great videos where I spill my secrets on how to make you the most amount of money possible in real estate. So when this client came to me, he had inherited his parents' house, his childhood home. It was now in his name and he wanted to sell it. And it had an amazing ocean view, but a lot of the inside of the home was original, dated, and not gonna get him the best price possible. So he did get an offer from another flipper, not me, and that flipper offered him a price of 1.7, but couldn't get the financing. The whole deal fell apart. The next flipping offer he got was 1.65 million. It just wasn't exciting enough to him. So when I came to him, I said, if we invest $75,000 on improving your home, I think we can get you 1.85 to 1.9. And I offered, of course, to be able to loan the money. So of course, he was excited, he was all in, loved the opportunity, but he's like, I just can't deal with it. I live 45 minutes away, I don't wanna be supervising contractors, and I don't know where to get things, anything like that. I said, don't worry, we'll take care of all of it. So he gave me and my husband, another great team member, the keys, and we got our great contractor over there. She did most of it. We had to do a little bit of supervising too and bring in additional contractors, but the whole thing was done in about a month, completely transformed, went on the market, and wow, what a difference. So let me tell you a little bit more about what we did to the house and where we spent the money. Most people don't even know why a home feels dated, but me, with hundreds of houses sold and flipped with experience, I know. I just have like radar to notice things, including things like old light switches, old doorknobs, even old doors. And in this case, one of the main things we did was we wanted to, what I call, whitewash everything. My favorite white paint is Whisper by Dunn Edwards because it has a little bit of a warm yellowy glow to it. So it's not a blue look, it doesn't have that cold, it's a little warm. And we painted the two bathrooms that we were leaving, painted that cabinetry white. We painted the golden oak stair rail white and all the brown trim and brown things that were being left in the house, including a big built-in bookshelf up along the hallway, painted it all white to really make it disappear and not have it be a focal point or an eyesore. So the primary things that I always recommend changing in an old house to make it feel new, that give you the most bang for the buck, the biggest return on investment, are painting the walls white, redoing the floor in a luxury vinyl plank in a really light brown or a light gray beige color, and changing the light fixtures. I usually do black iron, that's really neutral, and it just, those three things make such a big difference to a house. So we did that, and then we took it a little step further. This particular house had an older kitchen, and we know kitchens and bathrooms sell the home. So we put the money where it matters most. We left the two secondary baths alone. The master bathroom, which had been redone maybe 10, 15 years ago, wasn't too bad looking. So all we changed was the vanity and the mirrors on the wall in the master, but we gave it a new kitchen. I have all my numbers right here. I'm gonna share with you what we did and what it cost, and I'm gonna provide this spreadsheet with all the numbers as a download and a link below. So if you wanna see, you can see what we paid for things. Number one, demo and haul off with ripping out lots of built-in things that were so on trend 10, 20, 30 years ago. Now you don't see built-in bookshelves and TV entertainment centers and all that kind of thing. So we ripped all that out, $4,200. New kitchen cabinets, $13,000. So that was for the cabinets and to install them. Master vanity, $2,300. Kitchen counters, so just the quartz tops. We do white with light gray veining. Those were $3,600. And the master vanity counter, similar one, $1,800. Our contractors typically charge $150 per sinkhole because they have to fabricate the whole edge of the sink with your undermount sink. And by the way, in case you don't know, we always do white shaker cabinets. That's really neutral. It's been in style for, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe 10 years. It's been a long time, but that is what is still on trend and very affordable. I've got great resources for low price cabinets. We also did new stainless steel appliances. We did a beautiful new fridge, a stove, a professional looking stove, and then a new dishwasher too. The stove we got at Costco, just keep that in mind. We got 3 new closet door sets. The old ones had these big fat golden oak frames framing the mirrors, so we had to replace those for sure. So those 3 new closet mirror doors were $2,000. We did a new dining room sliding glass door. Let me tell you, the old one had failed tinting all over it, which made it look like a little foggy and obscure. And that's where the ocean view was. Like, you walked in the front door, you want to see the ocean. You don't want to have it be all like, oh, you can't even see the ocean. So that was definitely an investment worth making. $1,300 for that. $2,000 for new plumbing fixtures. So even though we kept those secondary bathrooms, we did new faucets, new shower trim, all of that to really make it feel better. They were white already, like white tile, so it felt like it was okay. The next owners can take that over. The paint was a big expense. I felt like our painter was kind of expensive and we kept adding things, more than I would have liked to have paid, but it was all worth it, and my homeowner made plenty of money, so it was okay. But the painter charged us $12,000. That was to paint the interior of the house as well as the stair rails. It had stair skirting. We had this full long bookshelf in the hallway upstairs. I don't know how many feet it was, 15 feet. So they had to take the shelves out, paint that whole thing, painting the inside of the garage bright white. All those things, those were all lots of extra things, but it was worth it just to whitewash everything. Black light fixtures throughout, new dining chandelier, new nook chandelier. I think we had a couple of new bath vanities, so $1,000 for new lights, well worth it. The flooring, typically the flooring we recommend, wide luxury vinyl plank in that really light brown color. We pay about $6 a foot installed for that. So overall, that whole bill was $19,000. And this home, as many homes built in the 80s and 90s, had stair skirting. That's when the wood wraps around the edge of the stair, and then it was designed just to have carpet go up through the middle of it. So it's a little tricky with the luxury vinyl plank or wood, because the edges don't always butt up and line up nicely against that stair skirting. And we considered having just carpet. That's what the contractor recommended, but I'm like, no, that carpet is gonna stick out like a sore thumb. We've gotta do luxury vinyl plank the whole way. So the lesser of the two evils was to go ahead and do the luxury vinyl plank in place of carpet on the stairs, and it came out really nicely. I was glad we did that. Front door hardware. Having a new front door handle and painting the door a nice new color made a big difference. So front door handle, if you do a nice black hardware, I think it was about $300 installed. Landscape, even though overall the landscape was great, it had a border going all the way around the backyard and even the front yard. The plants looked old and kind of half dead, really old roses that hadn't been pruned properly, so they weren't really producing flowers and looked all scraggly. So we did new plants all around the border and black bark. Black bark just makes everything look really crisp and new and fresh. So we spent $4,000 refreshing the landscaping. There was a built-in barbecue with teal square tiles going all around it on the island in the back. So we couldn't leave that. That just said like, oh, this is an older house. So we put a new barbecue in. That part was $1,300. So with the labor and everything else to resurface that island, it was $2,500. And then the last item on my list that I think is so important is quality staging. We did spend $6,300 on staging, and that was just the icing on the cake that just took it the rest of the way. It helped people overlook the old original bathrooms, those secondary bathrooms, because They walk into the formal living room and it just felt like a brand new house with all the really nice new furniture, really full accessories that just elevated the look tremendously. The first weekend, we did list it at 1.9 million, and the first weekend we got an all cash offer and it closed a couple weeks later, and it was a home run. We were so happy for our client that he got someone to fall in love with it. As buyers do, it's an emotional decision, and move forward and close it. So for an extra $75,000, he made an extra $250,000. That's an over 3 times return on his investment. And that $75,000, that was my money. We fronted the money, we ran the construction job, and made him a ton of extra money. He was so happy and thankful, because this is gonna be a big difference to him. He's now in a position, as he goes to buy a home, he's gonna have way more money that he can use as a down payment for his home and start his life. And he and his wife got pregnant shortly after that, and they're starting their family, so we're super excited for them. I am not a gatekeeper when it comes to making money in real estate. I love to help people make more money in real estate, whether it's buying, selling, creating value with construction improvements, investing, whatever it is. I love it. I want to help you and people that you know make more money in real estate. So definitely subscribe to my channel and contact me with any questions, or if you're ready to take on a project, I'm here to help you.